Hi everyone and welcome back. In the last video I have explained how to create like a simple UI, simple user interface using widgets, especially only the stateless widget. And as you can see here, we have created something like that. We have each widget has only one child. For example, material app widget has just a scaffold child. Inside a scaffold, we have only one child, which is center. Center has only one child, which is container. Container has only one child, which is text. And you can see it is something like that. Before we start with our second application, we have two types of widgets, like you can see here. For example, here you can see the text widget. It is visible, so you can see the text here. Same thing with the container. We can add a color, so we can consider it as a visible widget. But we have other types of widgets like invisible, for example center, so you cannot see anything, just add something in the center, but it is just for layout. So we have here two types of widgets, output and input widgets. For example, text is output widget, right? Image is output widget. For example, the text input text to let user input or insert some text, this type of input widget, something like that. But all of those visible, so user can see everything. We have another types of widgets, which is layout and control widget. So the layout, for example, column, we have row, we have container. So containers belong to this type and this type at the same time, because when we add the colors to the container, it is visible, so we can see it. Without colors, for example, it's invisible, just to contain other widgets. And also we have list and something like that. So we have two types of widget. In this lecture we will create this application, also this layout. As you can see here, we have also material app, we have a scaffold, we have center, and center of course has only one child. But now inside center we need to add two children, not only one child, not only one container, but we need to add two containers, for example. So here don't need the child but need children. So to use that, we have like list, we have column, and we have row. So if we want to add or like put the widgets in vertical alignment like this, so here vertically, one above or one below the other, so we can use here column. So here we add inside column, we have this container and this container, and inside each container we have also one child, which is icon. So here we have this icon, and here we have this icon. Also inside the column we have container, and also we have row, because here we need a row, so to put the widgets one beside the other horizontally. So here we need a row, and row also contains two containers, and inside them of course we have icons as well. So here, just pay attention about that. We need the column because we need to add two children here, two containers, so we need a column, and below them we need another one, but now a row, because to add also two widgets one beside the other. So here is like this column, it's like a widget tree here, widgets tree in this way. So now it is more look like a tree. So we have one child, for example center, container, and we have children like column and row. So now we can just start with that. So here, as you can see, we have first application. We have explained that before. We have a material app, and we have this stateless widget. In the previous lecture I have explained that. And then we have scaffold here. Inside scaffold we can add just a body and center. So here I will add the center widget. Inside center widget we have only one child, so we can in the center widget we can add column, because we need to add one below the other. So here just add column widget. Inside column widget, if we just press control on the keyboard and click here, you can find everything here. For example, we have main axis alignment, cross axis alignment, text direction, vertical direction, and so on. But here we have the important thing, children. So we can add not child, but here children. So just write children like this. If we just control and add the mouse here, you can see children is a list. So we have a list of widgets inside it. So we can add list of widgets. Now inside it I need to add the container, so just add a container, and like we have explained before, we can add the width of this container. Also I can add padding also from edge. I can make it blue color like this, in this way, and here you need to make it constant. We have explained that in the previous lecture. To understand the basics, you can go to the previous lecture, previous video. And here in the container we have a child, one child. Inside it I will add just an icon like heart, for example. So I can add an icon widget here. Inside icon widget we have many things. We just click add the mouse here. We have many things, but one of them we can add, of course, size, we can add color, and the most important one is icon. So I can just icons dot like colors, icons dot, for example, like heart is heart broken, no problem, heart broken, heart broken. I can add a size, for example, 20. I can add a color here, for example, white. So colors dot white, for example. So it's like this until now. And this also, if we just control and click here, you can see it's constant, the constructor. So we can add a const here to work better in this way. Now I can just run the application just to see what's happening here. As you can see, we have like this. Now the column, I can make it in the center. So we have main axis and the gross axis. Main axis, which means make it like center or like top or bottom vertically. So we need main axis alignment. It will be from main axis alignment dot, for example, center, start, anywhere, but I need in the center. So now also if you just hot reload, you can see now it is in the center. Here the size I can make it 40, for example. So now it's bigger a little bit. Now I finished the first one. As you can see, we have margin, so we don't need to add like a space because we already have some space margin. So I can just copy that. Since it's a children here, so we can add multiple child or multiple widgets. So click here, just add like a list, simple list, but instead of text or integer, we add the widget here. So now I add the second widget here, second container. Maybe I can change this color here to the like amber, and here I can change the icon. Instead of heartbroken, I can add, for example, any other thing like anything actually. So I can just make it like this. Now hot reload, you can see now I have the second container. Here there is some space because we already has a margin from all. I can add margin, for example, only from top. So you can say, for example, margin dot here from, or for only, from, which means from all, from L, which means left, T, which means top, R, which means right, and B, which means bottom. So you can add it in this way, for example, from just like this. So now from all the size, or I can say just here only, so only from top, for example, and I can add whatever I want from here. But now I just return back to the all, and it will be like this. Now after that, what we need here, we need a column here. So after those, we need a row. To add a row, inside the row we need to add also two containers. So inside this also can add, it is a list, as you can see here. The children, if you click on the children, just press control on the mouse, you can see it is list of widgets. So list of widgets, so I can add any widget I want. Now I need to add another type of widget inside column, which is row. It's like a column, but it's just horizontally. Just try to order or just add or put the widgets horizontally. Also children, so same thing. So also I can just copy and paste those container. Same idea exactly, and I can paste another one. So we have two here. I can change the width here to 150, for example. I can now just try to see what's happening here. if we just hit reload, as you can see, we have like this. Of course, you can change the color. For example, this one I can make it like pink, for example, and instead of security I can add any other thing like this one and copy, so it will become something like that. So hope you understand that, and thank you very much.